Hello everyone, this is Bic Benedict. We're playing Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 on, I was going to say Paladin difficulty, but this is actually called Prince of Darkness difficulty because it's the second game in the series, save for Mirror of Fate. But now we're doing the Gorgon boss fight, and I really like this fight. It's impressive, it's got a lot of good scale. If you want to, you can mostly kill the boss by hitting the tentacles if you want to. If you want to completely just spam, if you want to spam attacks, this is what I did. I'm trying to get my mastery levels for all my weapons all the way up, so I identified what I need and then I just spam that move on enemies. How the mastery works is that, and I know this is not the most appropriate place to talk about it for this fight, but I'm just going to briefly go over it. The mastery levels, the more mastery levels you get for your sword, the stronger, or excuse me, for whatever weapon you're holding and applying mastery skills to, it'll get stronger. So that's unique because in the first Lords of Shadow, your combat cross remain at the same level from the time you started from the time you ended the game. But for this boss, if you don't have any magic, you're going to have to hit the tentacles and build up the focus meter until you have. Well, you'll get a few orbs from killing the enemies, but you'll get more if you do synchronized. Oh, I guess you can't. It's hard to do synchronized blocks here, but I'm going to put this in slow motion over here. What you need to do is throw the void at his hand, and then we're going to be climbing him kind of in the same fashion we did with the Titans in the previous game. But to not take damage here, you have to move out of the way of his swipe and go to the other side of his fins here. And you notice that right there I went all the way over to the left, but the next time I climb him, I'm going to be showing you guys how to evade his attacks when you're right next to the head if the head's withdrawing. So getting hit won't push you off, but I don't like getting hit by things when I'm on the Titan. I like figuring out how you could do it without getting hit, and this is how you do it. So he's going to put his hand up to a shoulder area, and if you do this quickly enough, just move over to the fins and then hop back, because the fins will withdraw into his body, and then that will knock you off. So when you're on these last handholds over here, if the head closest to you withdraws, you're going to have to jump from side to side to avoid him hitting you. It doesn't knock you off, but it will hit you. And then press over and the jump button when you're when the head is right and exposed. There's the last handhold right here. I think there's 3 checkpoints here. It's a very manageable fight. And here is the first area. I assume this is a QuickTime event, but I don't have them turned on, so I can't tell you what it would be. It would probably just be tapping the square button or something like that. Something easy. And then every time you come off of this sequence here, you're going to be just killing this main head here, and then you'll very quickly get a checkpoint. So here's the checkpoint area, and to get up to him, all you need to do is just jump. I mean, obviously enough. If you want to, alternatively though, you can get up to him with an attacking jump, which is the triangle square move I'm doing with the claws, and does a lot of damage. I would also recommend, even though I'm doing the square punches, I would recommend using the triangle button because it has a lot more range with the attacks and it does more damage. So just watch out for the area of effect attack. It will slow you down, and then when it stops, it will trap you into a QuickTime event. That's all you have to watch out for. It's a very predictable boss. He will slam his arm down, so you've got to get out of the way. You utilize the air dodge though, if you have to. If it's safer to do the air dodge than the air stomp, definitely do the former, because that will get you out of the way. So there was me just pressing triangle and X and then attacking him in the air. Here's the second sequence where he does this, but this time you have to throw the void projectile and then switch over to the claws and then jump. And sometimes I have a hard time getting onto this handhold, but this is how you do it. Same way you did it before for the first couple. Just keep jumping up here. And as long as he's not sliding his claws down his body, you're not going to get damaged, as long as you can move to safety. But see how the head withdrew, so I'm going to have to move. It's going to hit wherever you last were, so evade at the last moment. See how I barely got out of that one, but I'm going to put this in slow motion just to show you guys how to do this, just in case you want to, try to no damage this guy or what have you, if you're going to do one of those runs. But here's me going over to the fins. Now I'm going to move back because they're going to withdraw. And now I'm making my ascension up here, and he's going to hit the shoulder area, so I need to drop down and move over to the fin area. And then I'm going to move back right where I was and then go in for the kill. But I noticed that the head withdrew, so I'm going to have to do some shuffling around on these platforms. Okay, so here, see, I knew he was going to grab me because I can't go for the head because it's behind all of that hair or whatever it is. So when I see him go for me, I'm just going to jump either left or right. It wouldn't matter because it's just going to hit you. I mean, even if you went to the left one, that wouldn't have hit you, guaranteed. I know this game too well. I mean, I know the whole Titan conceit because I've done them so often in the first game. But the reason I didn't get hit right there is because I just moved out of the way quickly enough. And hopefully the head will expose. Oh no, it didn't, so I'm gonna have to move away again. And it's very generous with not hitting you. But if you're not thinking on your feet quickly enough, you will get hit and or clawed off the body. So just jump over to the head once again, and then we're gonna repeat this phase where he has his one head exposed. And then we'll just be hitting him with just the fire attack works best, I would say. Okay, so here's the next checkpoint area. What I really appreciate about these games is that there is enough checkpoints to minimize frustration, but on a boss like this, I really wouldn't need any checkpoints, to be honest. But some bosses you would.